right, yeah, welcome back. So now we want to continue. We want to see how do you design your images and your social media posts making use of Canva, still on create content practical aspect. Okay, let's leave this. All right, now let's do our search again. So this time around, I want to create social media posts, or you can just come to design spotlights, come to under social media, you can pick posts. So we want to do some post design. So you can start with a template, but if you have become convenient with Canva, you might not bother yourself about using templates. So these are social media stories templates that you can create. And what I want is not stories. Let me just do my search. So let's say I want to create a Facebook post. You can even see Facebook on the list. So let's just click on Facebook post. So these are different Facebook post templates that you can make use of based on what you want to post. So let's say I want to do a webinar and I want to create some kind of awareness about the webinar. So I can just make use of this for the design and I can edit that. So let's just pick any of these and work with it. Are we ready? Okay, let's go. So let's click on this. And you can see this is the design. We also have more like this, something similar to it that have been created that you can work with. Customize this template. So you don't need to worry about the size. Canva gives you the right size automatically. So you don't need to bother about the size. Okay, so as we did for the ebook, we will start by seeing how you can edit the template. Then we proceed with creating the design from scratch by ourselves. So you can know how to make use of some of the elements and you can create your own design by yourselves. Okay, so this is a text element. As you know, this is another text element. This is a shape, but an image. This is another shape, just an image. As you can see, this is an image added to a frame. We will see how you can do that. These are images also. You'll see it. Just to add some design elements, and these are icons, and that's all. So if you can identify each of the elements that you have on your design, your work is done already. So you can easily maneuver it and work on it. So if I click on this image, I can change the color. As you can see, I can click on this background overlay and I can change the color to another thing that I want. If I want red or something like that, as you can see. Okay, so now let's say we want to use red, and this webinar, I want to change the color to something like this, or like white, or anything. So you pick your preferred color. I don't really like red, so let me change this red, and let's use something like blue. Okay, let's use that same color we used the other time. So let's use this. I guess this is what we used that time. Okay, not this, it's this thing. All right, So we can change this and change it to a better color that will work well. Then we can change all this yellow. So I'm firstly changing the color to my brand color before I start changing the information inside. So let's make this more lighter, and this okay, this to white. Okay, and now I want to change this wire yellow to something like that. Something like this. So I'm removing all the yellow. Okay. Then I can change this background. Can change it to that, or make it lighter depending on what I want to achieve. I can change this also. So I want to firstly change this to this, then bring this back. And okay, so I'm okay with that. This and this should be blue. So you hold your shift key. Okay, that's all right. So you can see how we have changed the colors, and the image, you can double tap on the image, you can delete it, and this is what we call frame. This thing you are seeing here, having that cloud, is what we call frame. So you can go to photos. Welcome, sir. So you can go to your photos, and if you have any upload, go to your upload, and from your upload you can select your picture. If you have your picture uploaded already. So I have a picture here. I will just post this. Then I'll bring it on top of that frame. It will enter directly. You will now double tap it and zoom it. Just zoom it to fit into the size you want, and you click on done. So if it is too close, you can adjust it again. That's it. Let's say I want to edit the image. I want to turn it to black and white. I can reduce the saturation. You can see it. That's how to. So with that, I've been able to edit my template. So let's say I want to create my own template. It's still very simple. You start with your background, then you add your text, you add your image. The only thing I just want to show you here now is how do you add this frame. Just come to elements and do a quick search for frame. You can see frame here. So you have different frame. Anytime you are making use of frame, when you add a frame, when you click to add the frame, it will be, by the time you bring in pictures on top of it, let's wait for this to load. It's due to the network. Okay, it's on now. So this is the frame. We have different kind of frames. We have this shape. We have this shape. The meaning of that is as soon as you bring in pictures, the picture will follow the shape. That's the meaning. So if I bring in some pictures here now from my upload, and I bring in this man's picture, as soon as I bring it in here, it will enter into the board, and I can adjust it by double clicking it. If I bring in this, the apostle's image into this now, You can see how it enters and fits into that shape. So if I bring in this lady's image and I drop it here, you can see how it enters and fits into the shape. So that's how the frame works. So if you know that, then you are good to go. So for this, you might be wondering, how do they have the outline around it? So that one is simple. You just need to come to your element and add a circle shape this time around, not frame. So you come to shape, you can see circle, and you increase the size of the circle, you send it to the back, send it backward, and you bring it close to, so you try to ensure you have the right shape, and that's it. So you can see how that is formed. Then you already know how to add text. Just come to your text and click on heading, subheading, sorry. Okay, I'm not on the right page. So creative webinar, then you type creative, that's it, webinar. So I can change the font, Montserrat. I can decide to bring this down. I can increase the font, maybe to 64 as I want. I can come here. Sorry, this is not what I want to do. 0. So I can bring them down closer so that the space will not be too much. I can use this to increase the size as I want, as you can see here. And that's all. You can change the color. So I won't be going into the full design now. You already know how to achieve this. So that is Canva editing. It's simple. Until you try it out, you will not know how simple it is. So it's very simple. So that's Canva, and that's how to create your image for social media posts. There are many social media post samples you can create. So this is just one of it. You can create for Instagram posts, Facebook covers, YouTube thumbnails, lots of them. So just give them a try, go through them and create beautiful designs. All right, thank you and have a great time.